Hey, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting tired of sending games to eternal darkness. So, quick little backstory on why this game pooped into existence. So the game handed me a bug where the person I needed to speak to so I can progress the game did not appear. So the one thing y'all can't say I did not try is to put time into this game. I currently have 17 hours of gameplay put into this. All footage that you will be seeing has been captured on the PC in performance mode on low graphical settings. And now, with all that out the way, let's get into it. In this game, you play as Red and Antea, two Banishers, aka ghost hunters who travel to New Eden in response to a powerful spirit fucking shit up. In the confrontation between the Banishers and our nightmare spirit, Antea dies. Now that's some bullshit. We already struggle enough not to be first to go in cinema. Now you saying we gotta deal with this shit in video games too? After the fight, Red is rescued by a witch in training, and on his way back to New Eden, he finds the spirit of Antea. Now with both of our protagonists together, they both set out on an adventure to recover the body of Antea and get rid of the nightmare spirit that's haunting the town of New Eden. So, off the rip, they tell you that all of the spirits that are still in purgatory have been wronged in some way or have some sort of unfinished business going on. And as you're going through the game, they start giving you bits and pieces of why the nightmare spirit is here haunting everybody. And by the 17-hour mark, you'll start to realize a lot of these motherfuckers deserve what's going on. Keep it real, everyone in New Eden are shitty humans. You got love triangles, and in the case of the nightmare spirit, everyone in the town played a part in her false accusal and death. I don't know, can you really blame me if I developed a deep hate for everybody? So now that we done talking about how shitty people are, let's go and see if the visuals have more of a moral high ground than the story do. So, did they put the same amount of effort into the visuals that they did the story? No. Like, and they, he in so much pain. So they put blood, sweat, and tears into the character designs of Red and Antea, but only while she was alive. Everyone else, not so much. Now, quick disclaimer before y'all start getting on my head like, oh, you played it in low graphics mode in performance too. I put all of my shit into the ultra setting quality, and then I make sure I put the visuals into the quality setting as well and see if this game looks any different from the low quality settings. And in my opinion, it doesn't make a big difference. So even though the visuals don't blow my mind, I have taken a couple pauses to really take in the scenery and enjoy the visuals of the game. In this game, while playing as Antea, you can look into the void plane, which is where the spirits hang out, and for me personally,
I don't fucking like it.
Oh,
I don't like it. What? You want me to dick ride it? I don't like it.
But mainly due to it being a motion blurred, highly saturated green and yellow version of the normal world that we already play in. One way that I would have fixed it was take a page out of Lords of the Fallen's book and showcase some of the spirits that we got in Limbo and make them a little bit interactable. In the intro, I briefly touched on the fact that the character models are fucking comical. Now let's break it down. So when you first load up the game, the first thing you notice is how good the main characters look. But as soon as you meet the first NPC, that shit goes out the door. Hell, when you first get off the boat, the world textures tell you everything. When you engage in dialogue with them, the voice acting is pretty fucking good. But these niggas' character models start fucking rapping like they're in a goddamn Chris Brown music video.
Tell my come nigga gotta set it.
It's not on Mass Effect Andromeda's level of bad. Faces of the NPCs make it look like they need to be euthanized.
But that he could wait no more. I believe he tried to lift the curse. I too have questions, but I have no answers.
Why is she hella ugly, bro? Her blank ass face. He's standing there, staring menacingly. But you want to know something that's worse than visuals? I mean, I guess the gameplay feels okay, but it's more like it's just there to have you pressing a couple buttons to make sure that you're at the controller. Kind of reminds me of something. So this game's whole combat loop is to have you switching in between both of the characters to have you pulling off fancy combos, which wouldn't have been a problem if this nigga Red didn't hit like a fucking sissy. And then you got Antea over here, she got a fucking buffer after every move like she on dial up or something. So during combat, Antea's abilities were meant to do the most damage and break guards, with my favorite being the chargeable almighty push. And while I was playing as Red, I relied on that. All right, what's up, Carl?
They say the niggas shit the loose and they see pork the wig. How you being nice by trying to knock, but now I'm bored you in. Yankee drive, said fuck it, let's shoot up the yard again. Park around the corner, put the sentence low accordion. Top poking on my.
So I started to hate playing as Antea after a while because she only threw punches and that shit gets stale after a while. But in her defense, I do have to give her credit because she was throwing them hard bitches. So to get from point A to point B, you had to do a lot of puzzles and platforming. And in my opinion, it felt just like the combat. It was just there so you would have something to do while the fucking story unfolds. So the map in the game felt big as fuck. And here are some of the things that you can do. Walk to the collectible altars, walk to the void breaches, walk to all of the locked chests, cursed chests, and lost chests. Oh, and I almost forgot. Walk to all of the side investigations. So I know when this game was first announced and the trailers was coming out, one of the biggest selling points for me was the Ascend and Banish feature. So when I first spotted it, I believed it was gonna work very similar to Dante's Inferno, but sadly we got and mainly due to the fact you weren't awarded any special currency or special abilities for going down a certain path. In the story segment, I've spoken a couple of the investigations that you can encounter. Even though the way that you went about solving them always was the same, you know, go to the site, investigate some papers, investigate the mystery goo that may or may not be nut. Go to another area, repeat the same process, fight a little, and then you send the spirit pack. And one of the main reasons they never felt repetitive was due to the fact that dontnod knows how to do good fucking story writing. And lastly, the boss fights were just there. That's it. And what's really crazy is that you don't get an interesting boss fight until like 12 hours into the game. I forgot to mention this earlier, but the armor sets that they gave Red are some of the best I've seen in any game that I have played in a while. So the most simple and accurate way I could explain this game is that it's Dante's Inferno. Nah, that's not right. Dante's Inferno is a far superior game than this shit. Everything outside the story is just okay. And with that being said, I still surely enjoyed my stay, mainly because of the diverse storytelling in each of the investigations and our very emotional love story between our protagonists. And if you find this game on sale, I would suggest you pick this shit up because this is honestly a good ass game. Now, if you have made it this far, I just want to thank you for fucking with me. Make sure that you go ahead and leave a like, hit that subscribe because I do have more content on the way. Hit that bell so you never miss another video. Here is your second reminder to leave a like. Make sure to check out my Dragon's Dogma 2 review, which will be in the middle of the screen. And with all that out the way, my name is 00 and I am out.
Hold on, baby, hit the pause, on, do you dance on it? Bust it down, baby, let me see, spread them legs, let me see what you got. Do your job, I got a check for you. Throw a couple bands, put in work, I got some more for you. Slow it down for me, drop it down, go get wild for me, smile for me, bend it over, go and touch your toes for me. Pause for me, get the can, baby, do a show for me. All money, if you clean it good, I got a note for you.